What if I told you the Ash people from Avatar weren't born cruel? What if fire was never their true nature? And what if a single lie turned them into the most feared clan on Pandora? At the start of this video, remember this line carefully. Fire was not their first choice, because at the end, I'll reveal what really pushed the Ash people into the flames. Ever since we first saw Pandora, we've pictured those incredible bioluminescent forests, towering trees, and the Na'vi clans living in perfect harmony with nature. It's a world of vibrant green and deep blues. But the upcoming Avatar, FireAndAsh, is about to completely change our perception of this moon. We're finally going to see a part of Pandora that's been kept in the shadows, a land forged in fire and covered in ash. This is the home of the MangkwanClan, better known as the Ash people. They are a people defined by fire, living in a volcanic landscape we never knew existed. But here's the twist. Their story didn't begin in the flames. There's a history to uncover, a reason they ended up in this harsh world. So, ever wondered what the Mangkwan were like before volcanoes shaped their destiny? Long before the ash and fire, they were a clan just like any other, living in harmony with the fertile plains of Pandora. Imagine them, not amidst smoking craters, but near warm, vibrant lands, teeming with life. They were hunters, singers of Eywa's songs, raising their children under a clear, open sky. Their oldest songs don't speak of lava, but of wind, not of fire, but of clean, flowing water. This is why their elders have a curious saying that holds the key to their past. We learned fire late. This simple phrase tells a profound story of their transformation from a people of the plains to the masters of the volcano. It's a history etched, not in stone, but in their very soul. Everything changed the moment Pandora itself turned against the Mangkwan. Imagine the very ground beneath your feet splitting apart, with massive cracks tearing through the soil you've always called home. The lush green forests they knew suddenly caught fire, collapsing into nothing but smoke and ash. Rivers that once ran clear and pure began to boil, then hardened into black, lifeless stone. One volcano erupted, then another, then a whole chain of them, unleashing fiery destruction. While nearby Na'vi clans could flee to safer lands, the Ash people had nowhere to run. They were completely surrounded by fire, lava, and falling ash. Behind them was certain death. Ahead was a sea of burning ground. And Eywa, the great mother they had prayed to and sung to for generations, was silent. For the Mangkwan, that silence was a pain far deeper than any flame could ever inflict. Did you know that for the Ash people, fire wasn't always a weapon? At first, it was just a tool. The Mangkwan hunters would spread ash on the ground, making it easier to read animal tracks. They used its heat to harden their spears and blades, making them stronger. They'd even use the thick smoke to cover their movements, hiding the clan from any enemies that might be lurking nearby. But living inside the fire changes you. The Mangkwan children were born under red skies, with ash constantly falling around them. Instead of paint, dark lines of ash decorated their skin. Burn marks on their arms and faces became symbols of strength and honor. Slowly, the nearby Na'vi clans stopped visiting their lands. The trust between them faded away, and fear took its place. Step by step, this fear pushed the Ash people into total isolation. In the beginning, fire was just a tool for the Ash people. Mangkwan hunters would use the ash on the ground to read the tracks of their prey. The intense heat forged their weapons, making the blades harder and stronger. Thick, heavy smoke provided cover, hiding Mangkwan warriors from their enemies. But a life surrounded by fire always leaves its mark. Mangkwan children were born under crimson skies and falling ash. Black ash lines soon replaced the traditional Na'vi body paint, and burn scars on their skin became symbols of strength and respect. Slowly, the nearby Na'vi clans stopped visiting Mangkwan lands. First, trust was broken. Then, fear followed. Over time, that very fear isolated the Mangkwan from the rest of Pandora, creating a rift that would define their future. And this is where the real tragedy began. Within the Mangkwan clan, a new leader rose to power. They were physically imposing, with a sharp mind fueled by pure rage. And this leader spoke words that would forever alter the Ash people's path. They declared, Eywa has not abandoned the Mangkwan. No, the other Na'vi clans have stolen Eywa's blessings for themselves. That message spread like wildfire across the ash-covered lands. You see, pain always looks for a reason. Suffering always looks for a target to blame. And when their faith gave them no answers, the fire in their hearts offered them strength. The Ash people stopped praying to Eywa for salvation. The Mangkwan decided to seize survival with their own hands. A new, dangerous era had just begun. To outsiders, the Mangkwan clan seemed ruthless and dangerous. The scorched earth leading to their territory served as a chilling warning. Fear was their shield, a powerful weapon to keep enemies at bay. They cast aside the old Na'vi laws and traditions, forging a new path defined by survival. But within the clan, a different story unfolded. The Ash people saw themselves as chosen by survival itself. Their endurance wasn't just a trait, it was their very identity. For them, fire wasn't merely a tool for warmth or cooking. It was a symbol of their resilience. Proof that the Mangkwan had faced trials other Na'vi could never imagine and had emerged stronger from the flames. This is the heart of the Ash people. Why would the Ash people want to burn down their own world? That's the question everyone's been asking since we heard about them. But maybe we're looking at it all wrong. What if the real question isn't about their motives? What if it's about Pandora itself? This living, breathing world, Eywa, has a memory. It remembers the Sky People, the RDA, and the destruction they brought. It also remembers that some Na'vi, the Ash people, might have stood by or were forced to stand by while their world was scarred. So, the true conflict might not just be Na'vi versus human, or even Na'vi versus Na'vi. It could be about Pandora's judgment. Will this world, this great mother, ever forgive those who allowed it to be wounded? That's a story I can't wait to see unfold. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.